going on, everyone? We have to talk about ZCASH because finally ZCASH has started to pull back with the rest of the market, but this could be a bad thing for ZCASH. So we're going to talk about that today. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice, but let's get straight into it, guys. So we're down over 9% in the last 24 hours on ZCASH, but we're still up 16% in the last 7 days and 133% in the last month and 1,300% in the last year. So ZCASH is still up significantly. So it's doing crazy numbers. But what I want to talk about is what case scenario would ZCASH be bearish in? Because my last ZCASH video I made, I said this could quite possibly be a cup and handle. A cup and handle would look like this, right? And then this would be the handle, and then boom, it would break out. So this would be the cup and handle pattern. It would be a bullish pattern. But in what scenario would it be bearish? I really want to talk about this because there's actually a possibility we might dump. All right. There's a possibility we might dump. I know I've been saying it might be a bullish cup and handle, but look, we got projected here. We're waiting for it to take off. It's only a cup and handle if this starts to curve up now. If that doesn't happen right now, this is not a cup and handle, and you need to be extremely cautious because we might experience a dump past 400, like lower than 400. Like we might actually go lower than $400, guys. So be very cautious. Be very cautious about what could happen next. So another thing that you want to pay attention to, and also we can take this out, right? We can take these drawings here out. So we are still in the bullish expanding triangle. So that's still nice. It's still bullish because it's still a bullish expanding triangle. But we have to watch out because if this cup and handle is not true, then we are going to have a massive dump below $450. So this is a cup and handle again. If it does not do this, we are screwed, right? So I'm going to make a trend line here. Look at this. What does it look like to you? Well, this looks like a symmetrical triangle, right? So we have a symmetrical triangle, and look, you can look at it from this perspective right here. So it's a symmetrical triangle, but I'm going to let it go all the way back there because it's also a bullish expanding triangle. So when it comes from an uptrend, it's a bullish symmetrical triangle. So typically these have a 54% win rate to the upside. But if we don't break out to the upside here, we are screwed. So we have two bullish signs going for us. We have the cup and handle, and we have the bullish symmetrical triangle. 3 actually. And we have the bullish expanding triangle. But a few things are looking bearish. So we have 3 bullish signs. 3. All right. But it could be bearish if it does not break out right here. If it breaks down right here, we are screwed. But if it does the normal cup and handle thing and just starts to go up from here, normal symmetrical triangle, normal bullish expanding triangle, we are good if it does that. But what's making me feel like it might not do it is the percent R trend exhaustion. So looking at the percent R trend exhaustion, it does look like it wants to pull back even further. If that happens, this is going to look like us pulling back to about this area here. We're more than likely going to start forming another pattern here, and I can already see it now. It'll be like a descending channel kind of. So that's a possibility if we have a descending channel forming. If we break out of this and start forming this descending channel like this, that is very bearish. That is very bearish, and you want to be very careful because of what Bitcoin is doing right now. So I was also talking about the relief rally in Bitcoin. So all in all, I think you shouldn't be too worried. But if we break this trend line, start preparing for sideways trading movement, consolidating, kind of coming down towards 450. All right. Expect to come close to 450 or not all the way if we break this level here. So we do not want to go anywhere below $600. If we do that, we are screwed. We do not want to break $600 right now. If we break $600, we're then creating a descending channel. So that's what you want to watch out for. The buying pressure is slowing down on the MACD, which is pretty bearish. We're now starting to see more selling pressure come in. This is the 4-hour chart. When you look at the daily chart, we're overbought, overextended to the upside. So we can definitely have a pullback here, and it does look like it wants to pull back on the daily chart for the percent R trend exhaustion. So keep in mind that as well. And then when you look at other things, like you can come over here and look at the MACD, very little buying pressure, but also very little selling pressure. So even though we're having a little bit of selling pressure, we could still see another major pump because we've had very little selling pressure on the daily chart for ZCASH. So this could just be another one of those very little selling pressure areas, and we could just take off. Or we could be completely overbought to the upside because we also had very little buying pressure the last pump. So personally, I'm gonna be completely honest, guys. I'm not just gonna side with all the super bullish people, all the people that are perma bulls. They're permanently bullish. I'm not gonna side with them. I'm gonna tell you guys my personal opinion, but it might not be correct, but it might be. I think we're overbought, and I think we're about to pull back. We just hit a double top on the percent R trend exhaustion on the weekly chart as well. I think we're about to pull back, kind of like how we did before, but it might not be a completely like terrible pullback, right? It might just be like a a temporary setback. But yes, and we're also starting to see selling pressure on the weekly chart for the MACD. A lot of buying pressure there. But I think we're going to pull back here pretty soon, guys. If not, then the cup and handle was correct. If not, the bullish expanding triangle is correct. If not, the bullish symmetrical triangle is correct. We have 3 bullish signals, guys. 3 bullish signals. But the only things showing bearish signals are the indicators. Like the manual technical analysis that I'm doing is I'm looking at it, it's looking bullish. It's looking bullish. But then I look at the technicals and then things are looking a little bearish. It looks like it could pull back a little bit more on the percent R trend exhaustion on this 4-hour chart, even on the daily, even on the weekly chart. So we could be creating a descending channel. And if this happens, just be cautious. If it happens, it might not even break down to 450. It might not. I'll be honest. If it happens, it might not break down to 450. It might not do that. It might just break out here and then keep going. But we'll have to see. I think ZCASH is such a bullish narrative that it could, but it doesn't. Just because it could doesn't mean that it will. Last time we had something similar to this that could have been a cup and handle. It went all the way down to 440, and that's kind of why I'm leaning on the bearish side too, because the same thing is happening again. What if it does it again? So anyways, it's looking the exact same as last time. Last time we were in this area, this happened. Now look, we're in the same area. This could happen again, guys. It could happen again. So just be cautious. But yeah. Anyways, hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, none of this financial advice. And for anyone that thinks that I'm like flip-flopping all over the place, like this is what trading is about. This is what trading is about. If you can't stand it, stop trading. Stop watching trading videos. If you can't stand it, watch videos that are with people talking about long-term predictions. I am not a long-term prediction person. I am a short-term trader. I get in, I get out. So I like to show you guys this type of stuff. So yeah, if you don't like this type of stuff, you don't have to watch it. But anyways, I will continue to flip-flop as things continue to change. And again, if this is indeed a cup and handle, we are in go mode to $870. If this is not a cup and handle, we are go mode to anywhere from 540 to 440. All right. So this is all I got for you guys today. Hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, none of this financial advice. I already said that. And as always, I'll be back with another video.